Welcome back everyone. In this episode, I'm gonna basically expose the entire backend that I apply as a growth operator so that you can literally copy me. I'm literally providing free value for you guys. So if you do enjoy this, then do let me know. If there are some adjustments for me to make on my backend, do let me know as well, because just like everyone else, I'm also human, so I might make mistakes. Without further ado, as a growth operator, I am going to use the following guinea pig for today's example, which is the creator, myself. So I'm actually a creator on Instagram. As you guys can see, I'm actually a footballer, so a lot of my content revolves around sports. So for this particular example, I am going to emphasize on sports content. Without further ado, I am going to basically break down the entire backend using Miro. So I'm putting it into a visual flow chart for you guys to basically see. In my previous video regarding the importance of becoming and applying the framework of a growth operator, I basically explained the significance of MSP. If you guys don't understand what it is to this point, do check that video out. But if you guys understand what MSP is, then you will realize that throughout this entire diagram I did label MSP for every single component, so that you guys are also aware the specific process that I apply when referencing back to the framework. Anyways, without further ado, the first and foremost, and I made this absolutely clear, is you need to create an audience avatar, or in other words, you have to understand the type of niche or products you want to sell. So what I basically did is, and I would definitely recommend for you guys to do the same, is to put a poll on your Instagram stories. Now I put a poll which was the question, you can't really see it, but I wrote choose the one that suits you, and the question was I would love to learn, and then there are 4 options: how I can lose 5 kg in 45 days, which had the most votes at around 50%, how to create content online and get paid, so basically the money business op niche, and how to get 48 hours of work into 2 hours, which is basically productivity and work concentration focus, I guess. And finally, view content I would never post, so perhaps like BTS and behind the scenes exclusive content for the audience. So after this poll, I got absolutely astonishing results, because thought, and I actually initially believed that was the case, that a lot of my audience would want to learn how to make money online. Hence what I thought the audience of this YouTube video would primarily be revolving around. But as you guys can see, which does make sense, is a lot of my audience want to learn how they can lose weight. And by the way, this is absolutely important for you guys to understand, and it is a crucial component when you set up a community. And the reason why I structured it in such a specific way is you need an input and you need a desired outcome. If you guys want to start a paid community and excel in it very well, you have to understand that you are, 1, not only serving a specific niche, but 2, providing a specific desired outcome. So as you guys can see, how I can lose 5 kilogram, which is basically targeting people who I would say are overweight, fat, I don't want to body shame, and in 45 days, which is basically the desired outcome. How to create online content, so basically everyone who wants to make money online and get paid $34,291, specifically the desired outcome. How to get 48 hours of work, so people who are lacking in concentration and productivity, into 2 hours. And finally, view content I would never post, and that is basically not the same like the other ones. That is just exclusively behind the scenes. So what happens next is, and guys, I made this very clear in the very beginning, if there is something which you guys believe that I should strengthen or put more input into this flowchart, do let me know, because I might do some mistakes throughout this process, but as everything, it's always a learning curve. So let's assume the average Joe. This is the average Joe, which is essentially the customer avatar, the client avatar, who has interacted some way with my content. And M, so marketing outreach, this is the possible avenues which they guys which they have specifically interacted in. And for this example, guys, we have specialized on Instagram only, so do not be confused if I'm um, applying other channels, but that is broken down in the other video with my entire funnels, because I have literally structured the whole funnel. But for this particular video, we're just focusing on Instagram. Anyways, let's get back to the topic. So for M, all the possible areas where they have interacted in or are in are reels, posts, stories, highlights, and DMs. And from there, I will have a ManyChat optimization. Sorry, gosh, my pronunciation sometimes. ManyChat optimization. Now, what ManyChat optimization is, it's basically an automation software where it would essentially reply DMs for you. It will, send documents. It could, interact with your audiences without you even basically typing anything. And it's very powerful for one, data collecting, and number two, for, I would personally say, avoiding or eliminating the huge hassle of actually outreaching and closing customers yourself. And some of the strategies which I specifically apply for ManyChat, I made another video for that during the ManyChat automation video, but here I basically provide a free document, and once they are interested in the free document, there is a broadcast channel which they could join for free, so that I provide as much as free value at first, so that eventually, once I have established that trust and that relationship towards my audience, then they are comfortable to subscribe. And subscribe is already P. So we are actually, let me label that P. 1 second, guys. So subscription is already the first info product, and that is because there are, on Instagram subscription, there are monetization features where you can basically offer a monthly, how do you put it, membership, I guess, or monthly charge, where you can offer your clients, and from there on they would basically automatically bill the customer or basically your audience monthly. And from there on, there is the following optimization that happens. By the way, guys, this back end has to be some sauce, because I believe there are growth operators out there who literally sell their back end, or at least sell this type of knowledge. But I am providing this for free. So if you guys do enjoy this, do let me know. If I'm missing out on something very important, also do let me know. Anyways, so once they subscribe, there's going to be a specific reel. There's going to be a specific story which is on the highlights itself. So you cannot really see it from here, but there's going to be a specific highlight just like here, and on that highlight they are going to fill out a type form. And so this type form is going to basically be a Q&A, and then from the type form there's going to be a Slack optimization that basically analyzes the data and automatically processes a personalized document for them. Because the audience is not so huge, and number two, because the sample group isn't so huge as well, I'll probably create 3 specific categories for the personalized document. And these 3 specific categories boils down to the audience, the type of audience, and based on the answers of the Q&A, but it's basically 3 different groups of people, if that makes sense. So for example, 1, super fat people willing to lose, I don't know, 5 kilogram, or step 2, lenient people who want to lose slightly muscle, or people who are fit themselves that just want to lose 5 kilograms. And the reason why I'm making a personalized document categorized in 3 specific groups is because if you guys are aware of people who lose fat, it actually boils down to the metabolism, and they might have different categories or weight categories which require different types of strategy when you lose weight. So yeah, I hope I made that quite clear, because the topic in which I'm going is how to lose weight in 45 days. So that is basically the infographic, or the main topic of the infographic. And so once the personalized document is ready, this will be sent towards the customer. And the reason, guys, why these growth operator people sell their back end for such a high ticket or high price is because this back end system is actually optimized. So a lot of these stuff literally happen without you even putting a finger. And yes, there's a lot of configuration and there's a lot of settings that require a lot of trial and error until the backend system is perfect. But once it's literally set up and running quite well, then there's literally not much effort for you to do. Hence why growth operators literally charge such a high price for this. Anyways, coming back, so once they've received the personalized document, there are 3 specific info products which the clients experience, which is literally based on the features from Instagram subscription. So one is a broadcast channel. Now Instagram subscription offers creators to create a special broadcast channel just for your subscribers as well. It can either be a broadcast or social channel, and there I will basically just focus on community. Next, daily motivation and it's supposed to be an and content. Oh gosh, no, it's gone. And content, daily motivation and content. Sorry guys, that was my timer. Daily motivation and content. No, I don't know why this looks so funny. Do excuse me guys. Oh, there we go. Daily motivation and content. Now this is, I would say, light work, because if you guys are a content creator, then it's literally you just becoming yourself even more effectively. So you basically continue doing what you do, which is posting content, but you do it more towards your subscribers. And the content which I will primarily focus on, which will obviously just appear for my subscribers, is one, results. So that is in fact one of the best motivators, is seeing other people succeed quite well. 7 desires, and the 7 desires is something I broke down during the MSP, but the 7 desires are basically the 7 human core urges which will, trigger a powerful emotional response. And if you trigger these 7 desires, there is going to be basically more frequency, more movement, psychologically speaking, from the customer. Tips and tricks. Now I'm also gonna post reels and posts which are basically related to the, I would say, to the niche, which is losing weight. So perhaps food, exercise and metabolic hormones and other perhaps biological tips, I guess. Last but not least, journal tracker accountability. So in fact, any person in the fitness niche will understand that accountability is very, very important. So having some type of accountability partner or system that will, make them basically be accountable, especially when tracking their progress, is very, very powerful, especially in these types of niche. And at this point, I haven't really decided what the type of accountability, should I say, system would be. But there can be bots, there can be forms for them to fill out, maybe perhaps another program, another software where they can input their data, which it could be filled out automatically. But until now, I haven't basically decided. And yeah, guys, so that is basically the entire back end which I'm applying for one of my customers, which is myself. If this back end is something which you guys similarly apply or have heard about, do let me know. If there are again any changes for me to make or any improvements, do let me know as well. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, I say this in every video, but my mission is to help at least one person. If you are that one person and I have provided some substantial value which you might think would be helpful, then do let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next episode.